Welcome to day 6 of the 30-day challenge. My name is Elise, your favorite face yoga coach, and in this video, we're going to be growing our muscles so that we can add volume to places on the face that have lost volume. We're going to start out with 3 sets of cheek squats, and in the first round, we'll hold for 30 seconds. Take a deep inhale through your nose, drop your jaw, create a long and narrow O, wrap your lips around your teeth, and then place your hands so your fingertips, your index finger is at the base of your nose and the end of your finger is at the corner of your eyes. Lift your cheeks up like you want to smile into your fingers and hold here. So our fingers are not offering any resistance. They're acting as that mind-body connection so that we can lift our cheeks up into our fingertips. We're holding here on the first round to activate the muscle, and then we're going to start incorporating the dynamic exercises into the workout so that we can build the muscle. Keep holding here, relax the area in between your eyebrows, relax your forehead, your chin, and your jaw, and then go ahead and release. Great job. Blow a few raspberries to release any tension. We're going to do the same exercise, but this time we're going to try the dynamic version. So wrap your lips around your teeth, creating that long and narrow O. Place your fingertips at the base of your nose, and the end of your fingers is next to your eye corners. Lift your cheeks up like you want to smile and release. We're doing 30 of these. It's helpful to sync your breath up with the movement. So as you inhale, you release, and then exhale, lift your cheeks up like you want to smile, and keep syncing up your movements with the breath, doing 30 cheek squats. Make sure your O stays long and narrow and your lips stay wrapped around your teeth. If you have any tension in your jaw, slightly close your mouth so that you can release some of that tension. You shouldn't have any tension in the lower face or the upper face. We want to isolate the movement so that the activation is coming from our lips wrapping around our teeth and our cheeks lifting up sky high into our fingertips. So you would inhale, release, exhale, lift. Inhale, release, exhale, lift. As you can see, when we do the dynamic form of the exercise to do 30 repetitions, it takes much longer because you want to make sure you go slow and you're moving from the correct muscle group. If you need to take a break, that's no problem. Just pause the video, blow a few raspberries, and then come back to the practice. I know these dynamic exercises can get a little bit intense. You can use a mirror to make sure that you are symmetrical on each side. Lifting your cheeks up into your fingertips. You may be getting tired here. Relax your neck and your shoulders and then release from the pose. Great job. Blow a few raspberries to release any tension in your mouth. And then we have one more round of these cheek squats, the dynamic version. If the dynamic version is too intense for you, feel free to just statically hold, lifting your cheeks up towards the sky. So you'll drop your jaw, create a long and narrow O, wrap your upper and lower lip around your teeth, place your hands in position with your shoulders relaxed and down, and then activate your cheeks to lift them up without activating the rest of the muscles on your face, including your eyes or your forehead or the muscles of your lower face. Inhale, release, exhale, lift. Inhale, release, exhale, lift. We're doing 30 of these again. If you need to pause and take a breather, go ahead and do that. Relax the area in between your eyebrows. Stay connected to your breath and keep making sure that you're not tensing in any of the areas, and that includes your neck and your shoulders as well. These cheek squats are toning and lifting your cheeks up towards your eye area. It's going to fill out the hollowness under the eye and restore volume in the front part of your cheeks. It's also great for increasing volume in your upper lip and toning the philtrum area and reversing lip lines. If you notice you're creating wrinkles at the outer corner of the eyes, you want to make sure your fingers are up high enough so that they're preventing the crow's feet wrinkles from forming. You'll want to make sure that you're lifting from both sides evenly, and sometimes a mirror can help with this, but you can kind of feel if you pay attention. Go ahead and release. Great job. Blow a few raspberries to release any tension. The next exercise is called Cardio O, and we're only going to do one set of 30 repetitions. So you want to inhale, protrude your lips out forward, making that long and narrow O with your lips pressing forward as much as they can go. And then on an exhale, wrap your lips around your teeth, and if you can, lift your cheeks. So the whole movement looks like this, where you are sticking your lips out forward, bringing them back behind your teeth, and if you can, you pulse your cheeks at the top. So we go out, in, and up, and then we keep going like that. So when I do this, I still need to put my hand on my face. It really helps me with my mind-body connection. I want to feel with my fingers that the correct muscles are moving. So if that's the case for you, you can put your hands on your cheeks, or if you want to make sure you're not creating any wrinkles on your face, this is an excellent hand position. You can stretch your face on the sides and then use your pinkies as the mind-body connection. Again, if you're unable to pulse your cheeks at the top, just focus on protruding your lips forward and then bringing them back around, hugging your teeth. If you're able to pulse up at the top, that's great, but it's not required. You mainly want to focus on really sending your lips forward, keeping that O long and narrow, and then wrapping your lips around your teeth. That's going to give you a beautiful workout to the orbicularis oris muscle. It's going to help tone and plump the lips. And then we do that added pulse at the top to lift our cheeks. So we have about 7 more here together. Make sure you're relaxing in your jaw. Relax the area in between your eyebrows, and stay connected to your breath. If you are not able to link the breath up with every movement, just remember to keep breathing. I don't know about you, but sometimes I catch myself holding my breath when I'm doing face yoga. We want to maintain that steady breathing. There's really a lot of different options for hand positions here. So if you want more clarification, then let me know in the comments. Let's release and blow a few raspberries to release any tension in our mouth. We're going to move on to 3 sets of cat eyes. The first set will be a static hold for 30 seconds. So take your palm ends, place them on your temples, covering the ends of your eyebrows, and press in, lift up, and back so that you're pressing back at a 45-degree angle, making a cat eye shape with your eyes. Squeeze your eyes shut against opposite resistance while you relax your neck and your shoulders down. Try to keep your elbows wide here and connect with your breathing. Release any tension in the middle of your eyebrows and release any tension in the lower part of your face, including your jaw, your chin, underneath your chin, the back of your neck, and your shoulders. So really try to feel the activation coming from the outer part of your eye, kind of in that hollow where your hands are pressing in at that temple area. Go ahead and release. You did a great job. And now we're going to do this 2 more times, but we'll do the dynamic version of the exercise at 30 repetitions each so that we can increase volume in this area. And our fingers are embracing our head. Press in, up, and back. Squeeze your eyes shut against opposite resistance, and then release. I like to squeeze on the exhale, and then inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze your eyes shut, and inhale, release. Really focus on the outer part of your eye, that temple area, trying to activate and release any tension or activation from the middle of the eyebrows. So this is really coming from the sides of our face here. We want the lift all the way from our temples, lifting up at the side of the face. And this is a great exercise to do without doing the exercise. You put your hands in a cat eye position and you lift your face up and back. If you notice that your nasolabial folds reduce and your mouth corners lift, this is an excellent exercise for you to do. This is the case with me, so I do try to practice cat eyes as much as I can. So keep going. We're a little more than halfway through. These dynamic exercises take a bit more time and, of course, effort, but it's worth it because now we are increasing volume in these muscles so that not only is our face lifted, but it starts filling out. And that's when you'll start seeing things like reduced wrinkles, more plumpness and firmness to the face. If you are feeling tired in your shoulders and your arms, I am right there with you. My shoulders and my arms are absolutely burning here. You can take a break if you need to, but we have just 2 more left in this set, and then we can take a little rest together. Go ahead and release. And just take a few seconds to shake your body out. You can bring your shoulders up to your ears and let them drop on an exhale. Do a few neck circles, whatever you need to do to shake off any of that tension. I know that can be a lot. And then we'll get started back in cat eyes. For the last time, we'll do 30 repetitions. So place your hands on your temples with your palm ends covering the ends of your eyebrows, lifting up and back, pressing in, squeezing your eyes shut against opposite resistance, and releasing, keeping your shoulders down, your elbows wide. There are so many benefits to this exercise. First, it's going to lift the entire face from the sides, the temple area. We're also lifting the upper eyelids, reversing crow's feet, helping to reduce nasolabial folds. And another great benefit is that it opens the face. So if you do any nasal cleaning, any gel neti, I love to do this afterwards to really help open up the sinuses and the nasal passages, and I feel like I can just breathe so clearly. It's also amazing for helping with posture. You may notice your back and shoulders and neck become very tired in this pose. It's hard to hold and sit up straight with our elbows wide like this. I know the first time I did this, felt so awkward to me. But with practice, it became a little easier. Keep going. If you're able to sync your breath to your movement, you can inhale, release from the pose. Exhale, squeeze your eyes shut against opposite resistance. This exercise is also amazing for removing the lymph and any accumulated fluid from underneath the eyes. We are holding our hands so that we are increasing circulation to the head, the scalp. It's going to give us a nice energy boost. And when you've done 30, you can go ahead and release. Great job. I know that's tough. So we're going to move now to the under part of the eye to increase volume. We'll do double V, 3 sets. The first set will hold for 30 seconds to activate the muscle, and then we'll move on to the dynamic form of the exercise. So let's start by taking our index finger and our middle finger to the inner and outer corners of our eyes. You want to lift slightly up and to the side, only about 1 millimeter to offer resistance. Activate your lower eyelid and look up slightly while activating your lower eyelid like you're squinting at the sun. You're looking slightly up at a bright light and you're squinting to look at that light, with the emphasis in the activation coming from the lower eyelid. So you should be able to feel slightly this lower eyelid working underneath your fingertips. We'll hold here for about 10 more seconds, keeping that lower eyelid activated. Make sure you're not collapsing forward, and release. Great job. Let's do some tapping around our eyes to increase circulation and blood flow, get those nutrients flowing to our skin, reverse dark circles, puffiness, and help our skin look brighter. You have the option to close your eyes and look up to your third eye, or just do a gentle tapping massage as I'm doing here. So we have 2 more rounds of double V, and this time we'll do the dynamic version. Place your hands in position, and then we're just going to squint and release. Squint and release. We'll do this 30 times, and you can sync this up with your breath. Inhaling on the release, and on an exhale, lifting your lower eyelid. So it's a very subtle movement, and for a lot of people, sometimes they cannot feel anything here. It's very difficult for them to isolate the lower eyelid and lift it up. So in that case, just keep focusing on lifting your lower eyelid or feeling in that area. You can place your hands on your lower eyelid to feel the muscle contracting and working. And if this is easy for you, then go ahead and do the dynamic version. We're doing 30 sets, squinting and releasing. Keep your focus on the lower eyelid and relax all the areas in your face, especially the area in between your brows and your forehead. Check in with your lips and your mouth that you're not carrying any tension or tightness in that area. And then go ahead and release. Let's do some tapping to get the blood flow and the circulation. Option to close your eyes, or close your eyes and look up at your third eye behind closed eyes. That just helps to balance our internal glands, activate the inner part of our eye. Keep breathing here. Don't hold your breath. Remaining seated straight, shoulders back and down. Go ahead and release, and we'll do double V, the dynamic version, one last time with 30 repetitions. So take your hands, place them in position. You want to make sure not to let your hands fall down. Keep them slightly lifted 1 millimeter and pulling to the side. Don't create any wrinkles on your face with your fingers. So we're doing 30 repetitions, squeezing that lower eyelid and releasing. As you've probably guessed, this exercise is great for the lower part of the eye, reducing dark circles and puffiness. It's going to help reverse fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes and help with any sagging of the lower part of the eyes. So a great exercise for the eyes, probably the most popular face yoga exercise for the lower part of the eyes, our under eye area. So stay connected to your breath. Keep breathing. Relax your shoulders back and down. Your head is slightly lifted. Relax the area in between your eyebrows, your lips, your chin, your neck. And remember what we kind of worked with in the 3rd episode, I believe, where we go slow. You want to really incorporate that with these dynamic exercises so that you're not quickly moving and activating nearby muscles rather than the correct muscle. So when we've gotten to 30, you can go ahead and release, and we'll do our lovely tapping massage. I love to do this in the morning when I didn't get enough sleep. Just wake up my eyes and everything, and requires very little effort, and just a few seconds makes a difference. So we only have about a couple exercises left. I'm curious to know how these dynamic exercises feel for you guys. The more you do them, the more you should feel and see the increase in volume. But let me know what's working, what can be improved. I love to hear from you guys, and I appreciate all your feedback so much. So next we're going to do the blowing birthday candles, but we're going to place our hands in this position where our ring and pinky finger are kind of hugging our nasolabial fold up to the bridge of the nose, and then our other fingers are resting on the side of our face. You want to inhale and then blow breath through your mouth. And while you're doing this, try to lift your cheeks. If you're unable to lift your cheeks, then just focus on blowing the breath. We're only going to do 25 of these, as this one can be a little intense with the breathing. You're welcome to move your hands to a different position if that works better for you. I like to keep my face stabilized here. It kind of adds a little resistance. And really send your lips forward as you're blowing that breath out. So you inhale through your nose and then you send your lips forward, blowing the breath out and then lifting the cheeks while you blow forward. This is another one where the movement alone just coming from the lips is all you need, but if you want to add that little extra, feel free to lift your cheeks up as you blow the air out through your mouth. Relax the area in between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead, your neck, and your shoulders. Make sure you inhale through your nose and then send the air out through your mouth with your lips making that exaggerated push forward. And that's kind of what it looks like when I move my hands. I keep my hands in that position to stabilize my face, and then also I can feel my cheeks lifting in that position. And then, like I said earlier, it also adds a little bit of resistance around the mouth. So we're strengthening the mouth muscle, the lips, lifting and increasing volume in our cheeks. And of course, getting a nice breathing exercise here. We always want to incorporate the breath in face yoga, just like in regular yoga. After you've done 25, you can release from the pose. And we're just going to do one round of lip press, holding for 30 seconds. So inhale, smile, wrap your lips around your teeth, press your tongue, stick your tongue out, and then bite down on your tongue through your wrapped lips. Your tongue should stay activated, and you want to hold your hands next to your mouth corners so you're not creating any wrinkles on the sides of your mouth. This is going to help plump our lips, bring circulation, vitality, and give us that nice rosy lip color. It's also great to do after you blow the candles, since now we're moving the lips in the other way. It's going to help reverse lip lines, and it's also great for mouth symmetry. So you want to make sure you're looking in the mirror, lifting both sides of your mouth evenly, and that's going to help lift any droopy mouth corners and make them symmetrical. Go ahead and release. Great job. You can blow a few raspberries to really release any tension in the lips. And then we'll finish this massage with some lip pinches. So we're just pinching on the border of the lips all the way across with little mini pinches. You may feel this very tender. I know for me, I have a lot of kind of tension in this area that I can only get to if I make these small little pinches on the border of the lips where your lips meet your skin. So you can do the upper lip and the bottom lip. I find I have most tension in the upper lip, but trace the whole area of your lips, just making little pinches. You're not pulling or dragging, just increasing circulation and waking up the area. Of course, I have to leave you with a motivational quote for the day. This one is from Sharma, who is an author and a leadership expert. He said, "Small daily improvements over time lead to stunning results." And that is the energy I want to express with this grow practice. If you consistently stick with these exercises, you will see growth in your muscles. And that's it for day 6. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Namaste, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 7.